Thank you so much for listening to Vitality Women Leading Audaciously. It has been a true pleasure of mine to have this podcast as a place where we can share our stories and we can connect. One of the main reasons I wanted to start this was because I wanted to normalize the pathway to success, whether it's success in our businesses or success as a mom or success in our relationships, or for me, most importantly, success with your health and your own personal journey. It is essential that we normalize our path as high achieving women or as people who just want to become better people, however you identify yourself. This pathway towards success often is one of, I'm not enough. The conversation is around, it's not enough, and therefore I have to improve it. I have to optimize it. And I'm right there. So using that as friction to move forward has one consequence. And another consequence is when we're not getting it right, we also have simultaneously this conversation going on that is really dysfunctional and can be very self-deprecating, deprivating, and can really just make life no fun, can really suck the joy out of your relationships and you and the energy. And so by sharing our stories, we realize that it's normal to stumble a few times. And it's normal that on our path to achieving balance as a working mom or just a busy woman, that it doesn't always look pretty. And somehow just knowing that you're not alone in that and that we're all on the same path is extremely, extremely empowering. So I'd love to create community. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet, but that's one of the things that I envision for this podcast. I just don't know what it looks like yet. So if you have any ideas, please feel free to connect with me and share them, because there's some amazing people that I know, and they should know each other, and we should all collaborate, support each other, and lift each other up. One of the things that I get asked a lot is, what is vitality? Well, that and what do you eat for breakfast, ironically. But vitality, and I want to talk for a moment about vitality on this podcast. This is a solo podcast, and I don't do these very often, but I felt that it was really important for me to address this topic because it's interesting. A lot of my clients come to me and the trainers and coaches that I train because they're looking for something, right? They're looking for a career change, or they're looking for more health, right? They want to up level themselves both professionally, personally, and in all areas of their lives. And we do that. Absolutely. But one of the things that 100% of the people I've worked with have said is that I have so much energy. And you know how they say not all calories are created equally. Well, all energy is also not created equally, and it's influenced just like the weather is influenced by our emotions. So imagine our emotions are the rain or the clouds or the sunshine with our energy. And the food that we eat and the thoughts that we think and the things that we do moving our body are all influencing the quality and quantity of our energy. Now, it's a little bit more difficult to hold on to that because it's not tangible like a food is. Like I can say, okay, sweet potatoes have more value than white potatoes. They both have value. But if you're going to make a choice, what's the smartest choice to achieve your goal? Like if you're heading towards menopause, or you want more phytonutrients or more beta carotene, and you want to choose the sweet potato, right? So we have that tangible understanding that the energy you're getting into your body from a sweet potato is similar but different than the energy you're getting from a white potato. So you're at choice. And when we talk about vitality, it's multidimensional and multifaceted. And there are a lot of factors that influence the quality and quantity of energy that you have. And to me, that's vitality. Vitality is literally the nectar that a plant produces, the nectar that you produce. And that nectar comes directly from your essence, comes from the core of who you are. And some of us are so busy, we forget about that. And we forget what it is because we don't take enough time to look there, because we're always trying to fix something that's wrong. We're always trying to up level. We're always trying to move forward, which is all admirable and formidable. But at the end of the day, the real truth is that if we can lovingly, kindly accept and acknowledge ourselves and see ourselves the way others that revere us do, that actually we can get more in touch with who we truly are, capitalize on our strengths and talents, offer those to the world, and benefit our relationships, our parenting, and our work. And the vitality gets drained out when we have conflict in our relationships, when we have struggles with our work or our parenting, and when we don't prioritize ourselves. And a lot of the things that I teach my clients about and that I work on in my programs is prioritizing ourselves, because nothing can happen without taking some time for you. Nothing. Without your health, you have nothing. And I learned that at a very, very young age. And I think all of you know what it's like to have that feeling when you wake up in the morning of energy, not foggy, groggy, tired, achy. It's difficult to get ahead of the vitality or to align with the vitality when you're struggling that uphill battle against that. And so maybe, reducing the wine, or reducing the caffeine, or going to bed earlier is really critical in order to access that vitality, because we all have it. It's like when you have some silver that you need to polish, it's kind of like that. It's like polishing the silver, but it's, emotionally, intellectually, it's having your life be filled with joy and abundance. And people don't often equate joy and abundance with health. But my experience is that that's the only way to create sustainable change, to cultivate the vitality that lasts a lifetime so that you age more gracefully, that you go through the seasons of life with its difficulty and with its pain and joy and all of it with grace and ease, because it's possible. And of course, there are varying degrees inside of all of that. But when you can align your nourishment, the food that you're eating that will produce vitality, meaning you intake energy producing foods that give you energy, foods that contribute to your skin and the cells and the membranes in your body. So learning what those foods are, learning how to make those foods, and learning how to make them delicious so that you and your family and your loved ones can enjoy them, right? Food from its source. We all know that we want to eat ripe, in season food from its source that's locally produced, locally grown. And that is the key. I know it's so, so simple, but if that can take up more and more and more of your plate, you will find that the vitality starts to emerge, just like that shine on, the silver that you're polishing. It takes its own time because your body has to be liberated to do its work. But when it can catch up, then your sleep is deeper. And then your energy is higher quality because your blood sugar is regulated. You're not having the same kind of emotional ups and downs, and that 4 p.m. like complete, oh my God, I need to grab another coffee or something starchy just to get me through the afternoon. Those things just disappear. And then when you can move your body, take some time for movement, wherever you are on your journey with exercise. I call it a practice. And if you can really take your emotions into your movement practice, and that is a secret that has been so, so valuable for me. But if you can get your movement practice in every day, you're going to sleep more deeply. You're going to generate more energy, feel more alive the next morning, and you'll be, really creating an insurance policy for your body that is unlike any other, because you can't replace exercise with any kind of food or supplement. It just doesn't work. What exercise provides you, no other thing will. And it's essential for the way your brain is functioning, the way your heart is beating, the way everything is circulating in your body. And that word circulation is key. After 3 decades of scouring the planet for the secrets and truths on health, I am certain that if I could distill it into one word, it would be circulation. Circulation in all these different areas, in our intellect, in our heart, in our bowel, in our organs, in our blood, in our cells. It's so essential. So getting your diet right, getting your movement practice in a way that feels satisfying. It isn't just a to-do. It's really something that you look forward to, something that you miss if you don't get it in, something that is maybe hopefully play. We've forgotten how to do that as adults, Or we do, but it's not the same, right? There's not that innocence. There's an innocence to that play that we had as children. So that little girl and that little boy and all of us are still desiring the play. So if we can get that in, and then also, of course, looking at what was happening with us emotionally. Where are we getting caught up? What are the looping patterns and repetitive thoughts that are going on? What's this inner self-talk that is predominating your life? And frequently, to take distance from yourself to be able to see what that dialogue is a big step. So if you can do that, and then you can be at choice around what it is you're choosing to do or be. And that is a key piece to cultivating vitality. So vitality is about what kind of quality and quantity of energy you're producing based on your choices. Now, you may be unaware of the choices you're making, and you may not have correlated that they are impacting your vitality, but they are. I can tell you that firsthand after helping thousands of people. Your energy is determined by your choices. And if you can learn how to make better choices that will contribute to your vitality, that's long-term thinking. And that's something that I focus on in my work predominantly is how do we cultivate vitality? Where are you today? And from a loving, tender, kind, accepting place, figure out what your next step is so that you can up level and you can regain your vitality.